of the shell. Ideally, get out of your comfort. Um, we've lived a life whereby most of it we've been given a picture by what we watch, whether it's movies, series, some type of conversations. And three-quarters of the time, they've always been stereotypical or bias. Or you're told people of this country or this nation or this community and all that stuff. And so you create a persona of a people or a nation which really doesn't exist until then have interactions and realize everything you once told was a lie. It's like when you get into parental disputes, you can have parents disputing over something big or small. And sadly, most time parents will choose to take sides, and sadly, they will pick a child. And a child will be caught up to think one parent is better than the other, when all along the one who actually picked the child is the one in the wrong. And by the time the child grows up, they realize, hold up, everything was a lie, because now they can see the true picture. But the level of damage that was done by the words this child uttered or actions they took is pretty much messed up. And that's the same way we look at how we do interact. You see, the fact we're in the digital age means there are two things, there are pros and cons. The benefit is you get to learn different cultures, you get to learn different ways of thinking, different approaches, and. The flip side is you get to be open to scammers, to be open to people who want to take advantage of that calm and serene environment. By the end of the day, all you have to do is just weed out one after the other, and by finally you'll be able to figure out, okay, so these are the real people and these are the fake people. It takes time. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in, in a scammed kind of situation, but eventually you do come out. But again, depends. The thing is, each one of us from different country, nation, ethnicity, doesn't depend. We all have something special. We all have something unique we bring on the table. One thing is a fact, the whole world, as long as called human, your blood is red. Your eyes may be blue, your eyes may be different colors, your face, your complexion, yeah, all that can be different. But well, we all have common things. Ideally, that would be there's a heart, there is blood, which is red, there is your fingers, there's your toes, there's all these that make up, the whole parts of a human being. The rest will be different. We're talking about cultures, languages, perspectives, value system, very different. And that doesn't make us to want to hate each other. Yes, the media has sold hate. Social media has sold hate. And people sadly also selling hate. For example, someone could go to a particular country or a particular ethnic community and they themselves do something wrong, like really messed up wrong. But because you guys don't know really what they did, they come and sell to you and say, those people are bad, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then they buy in. Let's say there's an issue that actually did once happen. That's one issue, but then is amplified. But the issue wasn't even as per se as it was. It's then amplified, but only for you to come realize the amplification was a lie. I mean, just the way the politicians play their cards. A politician will look and see which community or which nation, they don't has a disagreement, and they're like, if I can be able to buy out the people through selling them fear and lies, well, I get more votes, well, I can move more policies, and yes, I can shake hands with the company that I'm lobbying for. Because at the end of the politicians, all these politicians work for a particular company. That's why they lobby. You always look at it this way: how much money spent on a campaign? Just I don't know your country, but just do your own math, or wherever you may be. Just try and do the simple. How much money spent on a campaign, right? Versus how much should this member of parliament or this individuals running a state, how much are they earning? Equal the investments. Now, there's something always get to understand. Three-quarters of the time, they end up lobbying, whether directly or indirectly. Whoever has the biggest party can find the biggest mover and shaker in that party, influencer, and have them lobby for something that will benefit them through a particular company. Hence, you come to realize you have many monopolies and you're wondering, how comes this company has been a monopoly decades and decades later? No one seems to be able to move it out, because once they see which politician is in power, they're like, hey, I can have your kids do ABCD. I can have your wife do ABCD. I can have your secret partner enjoy ABCD. All you have to do is sell my product. And politicians say, hey, I just move with the money. I don't move with morals. I don't move with values. And that's what they do. And sell, and for them to make the best pitch, media has to come in the game, and media has to then sell the pitch, because media say, hey, you guys need viewership to be able to stay in the game. So we'll pump in X amount of money. You play our cards, you get your viewership, you get your awards, we get to play what we want, and we do whatever we want, and people will smile and take our products, and it's a win-win. But do the people understand this? No. The people get caught up, because even in the hierarchy of the people and communities, there are very specific people who have been chosen to always sell an agenda. And that's why I always say, get out the shell. Why am I saying get out of the shell? Not completely. You know, it's baby steps. You know, you wanna check if the environment is clear. Move. See, okay, cool. Why am I saying that? Because you might end up being part of the community, given all this false information, or nation given all this false information about another community or another people or agenda or whatever it may be, only to realize everything was a game from the very beginning. But because nobody is asking the right questions, nobody gets to know the real truth. The thing is, we're all different, but we're all unique. We're all different in how we approach things, but we are all unique. We all have something special to bring on the table. It really doesn't matter how you think about an approach. I always say good, bad, an idea is an idea. I always say experience, bad or good, is an experience. Hey, either you shut the door or the door gets opened. There's always something to learn. So get out of your shell. Get out. They say you can't eat this. Well, try it out. If it doesn't work, like, oh, fine, this doesn't work. I mean, personally, I have a medical issue. I mean, I can't even start figuring out how I'm going to, the whole bills and everything pay. So I deal with management. And there are many things I was told, this try. I went and tried. Well, some messed me up. I'm like, oh, crap. I went back again and retried something new. And I've seen it work. The thing is, you will never know who's on the other side and what's on the other side if you're still stuck in your shell. I'm not saying get completely out of the shell. I say take baby steps. Because this world can be very chaotic, because it is. At the same time, this world is very beautiful. As an owner of chickens, I've learned something very interesting. If I remove the rooster, the chicken, and leave them on the ground to go and hunt around, and then I lock them in their poultry house, and everyone has their own room, I notice something very different. When I open up now the main door for them to go out, they're not interested. When I now lock them in their own doors for their own security, that is actually because I've actually lost a lot of chicken due to animals I can't even know what ate them. The thing is, I learned they were very comfortable there. And the longer they stayed in this closed room, because each one has their chamber, the small ones have their chamber, the big ones have their chamber. And I'm now opening the door. I'm like, you guys can come out at the center, because the center has a bigger space within the poultry. None of them wants to come out. They're like, nah, I'm getting back in. Then I ask myself, do we behave in the same way? I'm like, yeah. If you're not careful, we could be behaving in a similar situation, whereby it's easy to be put in a closed environment and told this is the perfect. You are told you are the perfect nation, perfect country, perfect community, perfect. But you get out and realize, no, it's like when a kid is told you are the most beautiful little baby girl or handsome little baby boy. Then you go out and realize, not really. Or you're told you're the rich, and you go out and realize, not really. When you're told you're the smartest, and you go in a classroom and realize, not really. The thing is, before you open your mouth and criticize anyone, be very careful and cautious and ask yourself, are you speaking from a point of correction with good intention? Are you speaking from a point of being biased or being stereotypical? However you choose to look at it, be honest with yourself. Because as much as we are all from different countries and nations, one fact, we are all humans, we are all unique, and we all have something special. Some feel entitled, some are humble, some are friendly, some are scary, some are open, some are closed. But doesn't mean you change. If there's a special breed of human beings, I don't think they need to be on earth. They should be in another world. But hey, God placed us all here. So we all need to figure it out. one way or another. So get out of your shell, you'll figure it out.